There are people whose lives are written in light, whose story begins in a place the world can barely imagine. Lisa Marie Presley was one of them, born into an extraordinary legacy, into a name that shaped generations. But the story that mattered most, the story that defined her heart, was not the one the world saw. It was the one that unfolded quietly, tenderly, in the moments she shared with her children. To millions, she was Elvis Presley's daughter. But to Riley, to Benjamin, to Harper and Finley, she was simply Mama. Strong, imperfect, protective, gentle, fierce, loving. She had known the weight of expectation since childhood. But motherhood gave her something far more powerful. Truth. Purpose. A place to put her heart. Growing up in the shadow of a legend has shaped her. But becoming a mother completed her. This is a story of Lisa Marie Presley. Not as a celebrity, not as a heir, but as a mother whose love became the most beautiful part of her legacy. It is tender. It is real. It is sacred. And today we honour that story with sincerity, with respect, and with love. In 1989, Lisa's world shifted forever. She welcomed her first child, Danielle Riley Keogh, a daughter with a gentle soul and eyes full of quiet intensity. Lisa often said that Riley was her grounding force, the one thing that felt real in a life filled with noise. She was my reason, Lisa shared, my anchor in the chaos. Riley grew up watching her mother navigate fame, grief, music, faith, heartbreak and hope. She saw the strength behind the softness. And she would later say with absolute devotion, "My mother was the strongest person I've ever known." 2 years later, in 1992, Lisa gave birth to her only son, Benjamin Storm Presley Keogh. And when she first saw him, she saw something familiar. Ben looked so much like Elvis it hurt, she once confessed. She called him her twin soul. He called her his Mama Lion. In 2012, when she released her album Storm and Grace, the meaning was clear. Storm for Benjamin Storm, Grace for Riley Keogh's middle name. Motherhood wasn't just something she experienced. It was something she wrote into the world. A melody made of her children. Lisa understood the power and the burden of a famous name. She had once lived its bright lights and its shadows. And because of that, she devoted herself to giving Riley and Ben something she often just struggled to find as a child. A sense of normality, privacy and unconditional love. I wanted them to know love before legacy, she said. So she shielded them. From cameras, from expectations, from the chaos that once consumed her own childhood. Riley would later describe her mum in one powerful word. Lioness. Protective, loyal, fiercely present. In Hollywood, fame is loud. But Lisa built something quiet, something sacred. Her children were not trophies, not extensions of fame. They were her peace, her purpose, her heart walking outside her body. In 2008, life brought Lisa a second chapter of motherhood. Twin daughters, Harper Vivian and Finley Aaron. She called them her miracle, her healing, her reasons to start again. They saved me, she said simply. I was lost and they brought me back. With the twins, she poured out every ounce of tenderness she once received from her father. She'd walk them across the Graceland gowns, stopping at the meditation garden. Softly she'd tell them, "That's your grandfather. He's always with us." Through her, they felt Elvis's love. Through them, she felt hope. Her life was not perfect. No life is. But when it came to her daughters, her love was unwavering. In July 2020, heartbreak returned to the Presley family. Benjamin Keogh, beloved son, cherished brother, passed away at just 27. It was a loss that tore through Lisa's spirit. "The depth of my pain is suffocating," she wrote. "But every day I try to continue for my girls." This was not a woman broken. This was a mother carrying love through grief, one step at a time. Her resilience was quiet but fierce. Her devotion to her daughters unshakable. She leaned into music, into family, into faith, and in every moment of despair, she returned to the truth. Her children needed her, and she needed them. Riley has described her mother as a bright light, a superhero, an icon of strength. But more than that, she was home, a place of truth, a place of comfort, a place where love lived in laughter, in stories, in music, in quiet moments. Harper and Finley, still young, carry her smile, her spark, her softness, her courage. In them, Lisa's melody continues, soft but endless. Love does not stop at the boundary of life. It lingers in gestures, in photographs, in lullabies whispered in the dark. On January the 12th, 2023, Lisa Marie Presley's heart felt still. The world mourned the daughter of a king, but more importantly, 3 children mourned the woman who had been their entire world. At Graceland, she rests now beside her son, her father, and the roots of her family. Her daughters still walk the grounds she once walked, grounds filled with memories, stories, laughter, and the kind of love that does not fade. A mother's love is eternal. It becomes part of the air, the sky, the quiet moments where we feel a familiar presence. Lisa Marie Presley, mother, daughter, soul, unbroken. Her children were her song, and that song will never end.